Hey guys, it is Bean here, and today I'm here to show you how to make your helmet bike vlog ready. I recently picked up a new Fox Rampage comp, and now it is time to transfer my old bike vlogging setup onto my new helmet. Since a lot of you guys asked me how to get started with bike vlogs, I figured I'd show you the first step to doing so. I'll be going over the few things that are necessary to get started with bike vlogging. This is my new Fox Rampage comp. It is much easier to set up a bike vlogging setup with a full face helmet. You can do it with non-full faces, but it'll be much easier with a full face. Additionally, you're going to need an action camera. This is my GoPro Hero 3 Plus Black Edition. It's a great action camera for the money. And it also shoots almost as good a quality as the Hero 4 Silver. There's basically no noticeable difference whatsoever. You're also going to need a microphone. This is a microphone off my old Turtle Beach Stealth 400 headset. You can use any microphone. And there's also a windscreen that's highly recommended if you don't want wind noise in your video. It's only about $5 for a pack of 5. You guys should definitely pick them up. You're also going to need a mic adapter so the microphone will work with your GoPro. This is just a standard name brand GoPro one. It's more expensive than the off-brand ones, but it definitely works better than them. The housing is one of the most important parts because you'll need to drill a hole in the side of it. You can also buy like a really cheap, about $10 just GoPro frame, and that'll already have like the microphone port accessible, so you won't need to drill a hole. But if you're on a budget and don't want to spend the extra money, I just recommend drilling the hole like I did. And of course, you'll need your standard mounting hardware. You can either use a flat or curved adhesive mount, and you'll of course need the smaller thumb screw because otherwise if you use the big one, it will not fit up top by your visor. And you'll also have to use the shorter GoPro mount, not the long tall one that extends out further. Now let's actually get into building the setup. Now that you have all your parts, grab your adhesive GoPro mount. This is going to be mounted under the visor to give that first person view while you're riding. When you're doing this, be really careful to make sure that you're lining up your GoPro mount straight. If it's crooked, your footage is going to look slightly crooked, and you really don't want that. Take time to do this and really don't rush it. This is a really important part. Once you line up your mount in the precise position you want, make sure you press it on solidly. This is going to help it stay in place in the long run. This is also an extremely important step. You're going to want to continue pressing this down for about 5 minutes. This will really make sure it stays in place. Now, you're going to want to grab your GoPro. As I stated earlier in the video, you're going to want to make sure you have that hole drilled in the side of your housing. Or, like I said also, you can get that frame mount. Now, take your smaller GoPro mount and slide that into the adhesive mount. Be careful when you're doing this to not rip off the adhesive mount. It is still not fully seated in, so make sure you do this with lots of precision. Now that that's done, you're going to want to screw your GoPro into the mount. While doing this, still be careful not to use too much force. At this point, it is still pretty easy to pull off the adhesive on the GoPro. You're going to want to make sure it sits into place. And by the way, later on you don't have to worry about being so careful with it. It should stay on much easier. The next step is audio. Plug your GoPro mic adapter into the GoPro. Make sure it's all the way in, because if it's not, you won't have any audio whatsoever. Now take your microphone and then take your windscreen and slide it onto the microphone. If the microphone you purchased already has a windscreen, don't be afraid to put another one on top of it. It can only help the audio, not worsen it. Now just simply plug your microphone into the GoPro microphone adapter. This is about the position it's going to sit in when it's finally done, so make sure you like it. Then you're going to want to try to put the cord of the microphone between the cheek pad while still leaving the actual microphone itself exposed inside the helmet. You don't want to put the microphone itself in the cheek pad because then the audio is going to be really muffled. This is pretty much where the microphone is going to sit in the helmet when it's all set and done. It's right by your cheek but not too near your mouth, and it won't interfere with mouth movement. Now simply put the goggles on the helmet, and that's pretty much your finished product. Goggles are going to be the key part in holding the microphone in place while you're riding. If you don't ride with goggles, it may be a good idea to tape the microphone to the helmet. I used to do that when I rarely rode with goggles, but now I'm pretty much with goggles all the time. Here's a side view of the helmet. In my opinion, it still looks pretty good, and it really doesn't mess with the looks of the helmet that much at all. Also, here's an under view of the helmet. You can see where the microphone is, and then you can also see like the cord coming down from the top, and it's all actually fairly clean. And that's really it to having a bike vlogging setup. I'm not going to go over editing because that's for a different video. Thanks for watching everyone, and I really do hope this helped you out. Peace.